Hi, I'm Henrietta Okechukwu. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a microbiologist by first degree, and I have children, 3 children, Ephraim Ukadike Okechukwu, my first son. I was 25 years old when I had Ephraim as a first mom, first child. We're living in Lagos. Yeah, we're in Lagos, one of the slums in Lagos. And the money wasn't flowing in. We're financially, I would say, poor. Yes, that was the situation then. We were really financially down and broke. So it got to a point where I had to start over adding water, I had to add so much water to the food and reducing its nutritional content. It wasn't easy. Ephraim was getting malnourished, my very eyes, and this continued for a few years. When he goes to school, he was actually malnourished. Yes, I feel a bit emotional having to say all this, but just bear with me. So at first, when I started, I was very desperate, to look for something my son would eat because the money wasn't there to keep buying Cerelac, and the food was getting more and more less nutritious. He was crying. Malnutrition comes with depression, kind of sadness, You see your child just winning away, So I started with that wet akamu, we call it. So you need to be changing the water, the odors, smelling, and all that. So as time went on, I started making more research. How could I make this dry and still contain its nutrients and not smell without water and all that? So along the line, within a year or two, I was able to discover how to mill it properly. But then there was no machine, so we had to pick it, separate the stones at home, roast the soya bean at home, and then take it to the market for blending. Then we blended it and dry. So I was trying to watch for mold. As a microbiologist, I wanted to be sure my baby was going to eat something nutritious and not poison, So we had to make sure the soya bean was properly taken care of by removing the back, the husk, we have to dehusk it. And then first month, wow, it was very good. So I started feeding him that. I fed him that, so I had to call it Nutri-Win. That was where the name actually came from, Nutri-Win. So I wanted to wean him of breast milk nutritionally. That was just the name that came. Okay, and that's what we still call it today, Nutri-Win. So I gave him Nutri-Win in the morning, afternoon, night. Nutri-Win morning, afternoon, night as pap. And then I made it thick because everything was cheap, the grains cheap around me. I could make it in a month. I could make once or twice based on the amount of money I had, just keep making it. And till today, 23 years later, I still have Nutri-Win in my home. It has become a staple food for us. We turn it and we swallow it, like when we swallow here, with soup. And then we still make it as pap. We're eating Nutri-Win. And then in my neighborhood, we have a lot of poor people like me staying around there, malnourished children. So we gave them, and parents were coming to thank me. Mommy, thank you so much, thank you so much. So when I give, I share, because I wasn't then looking at it as a business or whatever. I just wanted people not to die of malnutrition.